Super Prime Time.
And joining me this evening as we ask the questions, it's the hashtag Vadra power cut. And the question we are asking now is, Vadra साहब, power तो cut हो गई, देश के 10.5 करोड़ रुपए भी रिटर्न कर दीजिए. Please return the 10.5 crores that the country's taxpayers have spent on the security of your mother for the last 13 years. Something that now records show she didn't really deserve, because there was no professional risk assessment that was carried out. And joining me tonight is Tehseen Poonawala, columnist. Joining me live from Pune, Bejon Mishra, consumer rights activist. Nalin Kohli, national spokesperson of the BJP. Advaita Kala, author. Shibani Kashyap, singer. Ravina Raj Kohli, former president, Star TV. Suhail Seth, columnist. And Alimuddin Khan, political analyst. But first, let me go across to Tehseen Poonawala. Tehseen Poonawala, you questioned Times Now just 6 days back. On 9th of May, you first questioned us that there was no security that was provided to Ms. Maureen Vadra, and then you questioned us that there was a risk assessment. Today, what is your response as the government, as the Delhi police finds that there was actually no risk assessment that had been carried out, and it was just a VIP tax that had been imposed on the taxpayer of this country by providing 6 police personnel 24/7 for the security of Mrs. Maureen Vadra, just because she was the mother-in-law of VVIP Priyanka Gandhi, and therefore she deserved this security.
So this story is absolutely fake even today, because there is no police notification. There is no police notification because Maureen Vadra had no security. You're still running a fake story. Show me the notification. I challenge you on your channel. Show me the notification now. You have no notification with you. Or is Delhi police giving you information prior, leaking information to Navika? They call up and they give you notification in advance.
What a desperate attempt.
Rajnath Singh sleeps.
What a desperate attempt, Tehseen Poonawala. Tehseen Poonawala, you said...
Rajnath Singh, you are what? Rajnath Singh is leaking, in the business of leaking. He's sleeping when CRPF attacks in Sukma, but he calls up Navika and gives notifications to be issued. Where is the notification? Show me the notification on your channel.
What a desperate attempt.
Or you'll send somebody to print the paper. What? Where is
no, that you print in your backyard. Tehseen Poonawala, you are in the printing business.
To speak about the Union Home Minister of the country, Rajnath Singh is sleeping. What is this kind of language? Navika, will you please ask this gentleman to at least have the decency? He's entitled to question it. But why is he dragging the Union Home Minister with this kind of language? Sleeping, but he calls Navika. What is this kind of language? I mean, it's okay. It may be happening with the Gandhi family. Maybe Mrs. Sonia Gandhi used to do these kind of things. Call up, maybe Tehseen Poonawala. But don't you impose it on the BJP and not on the union government?
You'll keep...
I mean, what is this? Security for shopping? I mean, security is meant to be for threat perception. Whoever has a threat perception has to be done. But you can't have security for shopping.
Leaking stories.
Tehseen Poonawala.
Who's leaking stories?
Okay.
Who's leaking stories?
Who's leaking?
There's no story leakage.
You don't know anything about reporting, Mr. Tehseen Poonawala.
Who's leaking story now? So journalists, if they do their job, it is leaking story.
Yeah, that's the problem he has.
Yes. Journalists can't do their job. They are leaking stories.
That's the problem he has. Tehseen Poonawala. Just listen to me, Tehseen Poonawala.
No notification.
Tehseen Poonawala.
Okay, first show me the notification.
Poonawala.
Show me the notification.
Stop your rant, Tehseen Poonawala.
Show me the notification.
Okay, stop your rant. Stop your rant. Otherwise, I'll put your fader down. Tehseen Poonawala, listen to me. Listen to me. What did Vadra say? What did Vadra say on 10th May?
Notification. Where is it? No notification. Story leaked. Home Minister, when Sukma happens, doesn't...
Limited intelligence.
Leak stories from his office. Where is the notification?
Limited intelligence.
I hate to get personal, but
Navika, is supposed to be an intelligent comment from the Congress party.
I hate
limited intelligence.
Mr. Poonawala, he's doing great to the Congress cause.
Just a minute.
Perhaps the BJP should not stop even campaigning.
Just a minute, gentlemen. Just a minute.
Their argument to counter something as blatant as what they've exposed.
But the way you are going on saying notification, you almost sound demented. So it will do your own.
There is no notification.
Can you Can you listen Can you listen to?
Don't do fake stories. Show me the notification. Show me the notification.
Navika, more polite way of putting it would be mentally challenged.
Mr. Tehseen Poonawala, when the police is withdrawn, as we understand, it is being withdrawn
all these years,
tonight,
you people influence.
You will get the notification tomorrow morning. That's the timing for the notification. आप कौन होते हैं पूछने वाले? आप कौन होते हैं पूछने वाले? तहसीन पूनावाला. Look at what Robert Vadra said. You questioned, 1 minute, you questioned that Times Now story was a fake story. Let me read out what Robert Vadra said in his Facebook post. He said, really, we have to stoop to the levels of now demeaning and harassing elderly people. With all respect, please stop going after my mother. Please remove my security and anything provided to me. No matter what the assessment, I will take every risk in the book. But let's have some level of decorum. That's the kind of message that was given by Robert Vadra. He did not deny that his mother had security. He accepted himself. He accepted himself, and Tehseen Poonawala. That's the point I'm trying. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Robert's a decent guy.
Yes, the notification will be sent to your address with a proper stamped envelope on it. We will send it to your house as soon as the notification is issued. The meeting has taken place.
First to Navika. So Home Minister
Navika, I'd like to make a point.
So
you have a problem with that? You have a problem with that? We also got, no, the CBI also gives me stories. The Chidambaram files. The Karti Chidambaram file stories also here. The CBI also gives me stories. The income tax which has raided. The CBI is independent investigating agency. The income tax department which has raided several of Lalu's colleagues today has also given us a story. Okay, so don't worry about where I get my stories from. Don't worry about that at all.
Exactly.
So we got our stories. We got our stories. We got our stories even in the Sonia Gandhi, Manmohan Singh government as well. Don't worry about us. Suhail said, let me come across to you. The question we are asking tonight, Suhail said, is that should after the I get stories from everywhere, and thank you very much, Tehseen Poonawala. Thank you. Thank you. Can we get on with it? Yes, thank you. Suhail said, the question I'm asking you to...
How will Sukma be prevented?
Please, I'm telling my director to put down the fader. I'm telling my director to put down the fader of Tehseen Poonawala, because otherwise there'll be only one person speaking in this debate and not the others, because Mr. Tehseen Poonawala does not know the decorum of a debate where after he has spoken, there is an opportunity and courtesy that has to be extended to other panelists who are also present on this panel. Okay, Mr. Tehseen Poonawala, if you now don't behave yourself, I will put down your volume and you will be gagged through the rest of the program. Suhail said, my question to you is, power cut for Robert Vadra. That's what it was. The risk assessment turned out to be just an assessment of how much of a VIP Maureen Vadra was, because she was the mother-in-law of Priyanka Gandhi. That was the only reason that was given in the Delhi police documents, that she is mother-in-law of Priyanka Gandhi, which is why 6 police personnel had been provided to her. Today that power has been cut. The question, Suhail said, is, should these rich people, multimillionaires, people who have lands worth acres and acres and acres and who have business dealings with several big companies, should they pay back the 10.5 crores that they owe the taxpayer of this country?
So, without anyone interrupting me, because I don't belong to any political party, let me say a couple of things. Nikunj Garg did, to my mind, a great revelation by pointing out that security was being given to people without adequate support systems. Having said that, to blame Maureen or Robert Vadra alone, to my mind, is illogical, and let me explain why. Everyone in our system wants to be more loyal to the king than the king himself. Who, and as you once on your May 9 program said, the people who should be made accountable are the following. The Union Home Secretary at that time, as to why he crawled when he was asked to walk. The Delhi police, which offered security, if they did, without vetting. See, blaming Maureen and Robert, to my mind, is low-hanging fruit. It's an easy target. The target may be valid or invalid, that's for people to decide. But Navika, the point that Times Now has made, to my mind, is deeper. It's about the objectivity, and it's about half-guessing VVIP racism in this country. And for that, I must congratulate Narendra Modi and his government. Having said that, I think India, as you rightly said, is at an inflection point. Robert Vadra, to my mind, in his Facebook post said, and rightly so, because there were comments that were pretty demeaning about his mother. People were saying all kinds of things on Twitter, which, by the way, is unfair about any human being, whether it's Mrs. Vadra or Mrs. Ganesh or Mrs. Kumar. I think what Times Now, to my mind, has done is it has shone the torch on an issue that has crippled India, of half-guessing VVIPs, of trying to placate them, of trying to feed their egos, and then believing that if we are on their side, they will bless us with their benevolence. That, to my mind, has come to an end, because benevolence is not sought by the powers that be that are running this country. My objective in this entire discourse would be the following. Times Now should continue to pursue any act of entitlement, whether it is Vadra, Suhail Seth, Navika Kumar, anyone. Number two, Times Now should identify, as to my mind, the valiant Nikun Garg did. And my advice to Tehseen, not that he will heed it or should heed it, I'm no one in the scheme of things. My advice to Tehseen would be, denial is not the best form of substantiating logic. The realities are that there are people in this country, Navika, who get security when even the terrorists don't remember who they were. They get it because the system is so perverse. Narendra Modi and his cabinet are hell-bent, or so we are told, on cleaning that system. We need to support that cleansing. We need to support this new India. We need to support the India where a red light doesn't certify your status, your work does. To my mind, the fact
absolutely, the red lights have gone, but not the sense of entitlement. But Suhail, you've reminded me of a very important thing. On 9th of May, when Times Now first broke this story, Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla was on this channel saying that there is no security for Mrs. Maureen Vadra. That's what he was saying. Today, I want to ask him a simple question. Are you a liar, Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla? Because even in his Facebook post the next day, that's what was admitted by Robert Vadra, who did not admit anything about no security for his mother at any point in time. All he said was, take my security away, leave my mother alone. Even he didn't deny any security. So that makes Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla a liar as well. Ravina Rajkoli, you were on the show with us on the 9th of May. Tonight, I will come to you when I have time for you. I will come to you when I have time for you, Tehseen Poonawalla. Wait for your turn. Ravina Rajkoli on the line. And let me ask her first. She's been waiting patiently. Ravina Rajkoli, we asked this question, whether this was a sense of entitlement, whether this was a power trip which these rich and famous people were on just because they had a certain VIP SAS status that they were getting security. Today, Ravina Rajkoli, as a citizen, how do you feel? Do you feel justice has been done? And will that justice be only complete if the security over the last 13 years is paid back with interest to the citizens and the taxpayers of this country?
I think justice will be done when the government looks at all the people who have this false sense of entitlement, not just Mr. Vadra and his family. I don't want to be part of a political debate over here. This is not about the UPA government being bad and the present government being good. I think we need to rise above politics. I say this all the time. On moral grounds, I think anybody who is misusing their status or using their sense of entitlement to deplete the public exchequer in any manner, this is a cue. The Times Now story is a cue for them to come forward and on moral grounds say, you know what, I don't really need this, this money has to go back to the public. That is a victory for the people, and if the media continues to pursue this story to that end, I would say the people have won. This is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning, but Ravina Raj Kohli, you were with us on the other day, as was Shivani Kashyap with us. Shivani Kashyap, yes. Do you remember Tehseen Poonawalla that day completely opposing the fact that there was no security that was provided and that we had concocted fake papers? Today, does that make him a liar?
I think I said that now, Navika, I said that, you know, people use, media bashing as a very convenient way of looking better on debates. I'm not saying this about Mr. Poonawalla. I just find in all these political debates, you know, the media gets attacked over and over again. I have worked with Nikunj. I would never question his credibility as a reporter. So, you know, hats off to you, Nikunj. You did a great job. But like I said, this is the very beginning. And I think Mr. Poonawalla was probably misled in his brief at the time that no security had been provided. And I would like him to come forward on this show and change his opinion on whether that was in fact fake news or not. That would really be rather heartwarming to the public.
Well, whether it will be heartwarming to the public or not, but it's proven here tonight that if we show you a clip from the 9th of May program as well, you know, you'll make out, ladies and gentlemen, and if I can ask my production team and my director to really pick out one of those sound bites of Tehseen Poonawalla from 9th of May, where he actually even said that there is no truth in the story, there is no security that's provided. We will bring it and play it in the next 3 minutes, but let me go across to Shivani Kashyap. Shivani Kashyap, you were on that show with us. Do you think Tehseen Poonawalla was either lying then or he's lying today? Because even Robert Vadra in his Facebook post did not deny that Maureen Vadra got security and she had been getting security for the last 13 years. He only questioned, why are people stooping low? Well, it's not called stooping low, it's called exposing the power trip. It's exposing the VIP SAS who was getting security just because she was a VIP SAS, Shivani Kashyap.
So, Navika, my focus is not Tehseen Poonawalla here at all, by the way, because he is doing what he's been told to do, I guess, to, you know, to speak for that motion. I feel that the focus here, the premise here is that in 1 week's time, you've been able to take action against an entitlement which was not reasonable, which was not justified, and it's been withdrawn. So as you said, the power has been cut, which is wonderful. Big applause again, I would say. Let's focus on that. Let's focus towards progress. Let's not focus on mudslinging. I don't know, Tehseen Poonawalla is not making sense to me, at least. So maybe he has his own reason for whatever he's saying. Let's move towards progress. Let's set an example, Navika and your whole team, that in future, no VVIPs or no so-called people without entitlement, without proper justification can ask for this kind of security and this kind of expenditure. Let's move towards that. Let that be an exemplary thing that you all have said. So that's what I'm more interested in and focusing on and very, very happy about. So again, as I said, kudos to you and your team, and people will speak when they, I mean, I don't want to say, I don't want to focus on Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla.
That's right. The question is, that's the point. That's the point. Times Now was only raising a question. There's nothing personal. We have nothing personally against either Mrs. Maureen Vadra or Mr. Robert Vadra or Ms. Priyanka Gandhi. We have nothing personally against anybody of them.
Exactly.
But we were questioning
also,
the fact.
I would like to add one more thing. My question. No.
Navika,
I have one question. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Navika, one thing.
Go on.
Interfering and interrupting like this. But so
go on, Shivani.
Before you all go on, we just would like to know later on why this has been going on for 13 years. So as they say, कि ताली जो है वो दो हाथ से बजती है. So obviously there was the support had been given due to reason of their own, which is obviously now we've analyzed it, it's not correct. But in future, all this should not happen. And question
absolutely, should heads roll in the police, Delhi police? Should heads roll in the Delhi police? It's a very valid question that you.
That's what I'm saying.
Navika, just one point.
Yeah,
Navika, just one point.
Should heads roll in the Delhi police? I still have to get in. I still have to get in.
Just one point. Just one point, and you can.
Wait.
1 point. Since
so we need to figure out why was the protection given.
So many heads have to be rolled. Since you are saying so, one second. Since you're saying so many heads have to roll, will you please request Nalinji to take action against R.K. Singh if your story is confirmed, because he's the Home Secretary. He was the Home Secretary in UP. He's now there, a member of Parliament. Will Nalinji promise you action will be taken?
Here, this is about people.
Well, Tehseen Poonawalla, may I remind you? May I remind you, Tehseen Poonawalla, that you were probably 1 minute. No, first let me remind you. No. First let me remind you, Tehseen Poonawalla. We told you that day that this had been done at the Delhi Police level. It was done at the Delhi Police Commissioner level, and therefore the MHA had not even been kept in the loop. If you had paid attention to the details that were being put on the story on the 9th of May, you would have understood all of this. But that day, you were busy lying. You were busy telling this country that there was no security that had been provided, and that it was only security which came with Priyanka and her children and Robert Vadra, and that there was no security. That was the first half of your explanation. And the second half of your explanation was that SUV of Robert Vadra was standing there, and that was the visual that you actually saw in your mind's eye, and you said that that was the security that was there. So you were denying all along, Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla, that there was any security that had been provided. Today your lies have been called. We've shown those visuals. There was no SPG movement. That was not even denied by Robert Vadra. Nalin Kohli. Yes, Nalin Kohli. The question is this. Actually,
I have a couple of points to say.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll get to the debate. Nalin Kohli.
See, Navika, I have something important. You see, let's go back to the very top. Suhail made an important point, which is in terms of, the individual. It's not about the individual, and he spoke specifically to Maureen Vadra. I think what has happened is, with the kind of arguments that Tehseen has been presenting on the story repeatedly, and also in the manner in which the Vadra family behaved, they should have just simply given up that security. There was no requirement, because there has to be a credible threat perception. And the second part is to immediately deny it without checking the facts. That itself is not correct. Now, having gone that far, today where the Congress party is going to find itself is, it will have to answer in what manner, without the Home Ministry, which is the entitled ministry, to do a threat perception, and security is provided to private individuals from time to time. Without all that, when it was done, someone asked for that favor. So who asked for that favor is the critical question. Because whoever bent, if it was Delhi police at that time, they didn't bend because somebody ordinary did. I think that should be the next thing that should be exposed, because that meant that you wanted a sense of entitlement to be displayed by using the taxpayers' money to put a security.
Absolutely, and Advaita Kala is somebody who has often fought for citizens' rights. Advaita Kala, do you think this was just a pure power trip for the Vadras? They've taken this security for 13 long years. We've talked about VIP securities to others. People who have money, people who have the resources should pay for their security, and yes, security can be provided for them. But why should 24/7 security be provided to somebody like Maureen Vadra in her A162 bungalow in New Friends Colony, when she has enough money to pay for private security guards on her own for 13 long years? 10.5 crore is the bill that was run up. Today, do you think, Advaita Kala, that money should be repaid back to the taxpayers of this country?
There are two aspects to this, to base this a little bit, because one has debated this on numerous occasions, including different characters, including Bollywood actors who get this kind of security. And a lot of times you do find people who have the means, who have affluent means to pay for this security, in which case it really doesn't make any sense unless there is a valid threat perception. And again, to not personalize this, but if you have 6 people as of the latest details under SPG cover, 3 of them are from the Gandhi family. So it's really not about targeting a particular family, but just saying that there is one policeman to every 761 citizens in Delhi. That means if there's 6 policemen to 1 person, that's 4,566 citizens who have been deprived, not denied, but deprived of that protection. And we know the kind of issues we're facing right now. when it comes to female security in the city, when it comes to crime in the city. So there are two aspects. One is really the financial aspects and the reparations that must come from this kind of cover, whoever it is provided to, wherever in the country it is provided. And the second is really the man cost and the fact that citizens are being denied the security.
Absolutely, very valid point. And let me take this. You've raised a very important question of women's security, and let me take this to Alimuddin Khan Saab. Alimuddin Khan, in 2012, Nirbhaya happened in this very city of Delhi at a time when Nirbhaya was happening. And let's look at that graphic on your screens. That graphic clearly shows people who of this country who have been asked the question, should the Vadras be asked to pay back 10.5 crores to the taxpayers? 89% of the people who are polling are saying yes, they should pay. These are live results. 89% of the people say yes, the Vadras should pay back. That polling is still on. Only 11% of the people say that no, they don't need to pay. How many of those 11% people also believe in VIP racism as well as entitlement culture? We'll have to wait and watch out for. But 89% of the people actually feel that Vadras should pay back the taxpayers' money. That poll is still on. Ladies and gentlemen, go on to your Twitter, poll on that question that we are asking here tonight. Involve yourselves with this debate here on the Newshour tonight. We'll also be taking callers at towards a little later of this program. The numbers coming up on your screen. Call us and give us what you think about this sense of entitlement, and do you agree with the Vadra power cut and the question that we are asking, should the Vadras pay back? And let me go across to Alimuddin Khan at this point. Alimuddin Khan, the question is, Nirbhaya happened in this city. Nirbhaya happened on the December 16th of 2012. During that time also, Alimuddin Khan, these 6 people round the clock security were providing security to Mrs. Maureen Vadra. Do you think a few more policemen on the streets for the common man could have avoided incidents like Nirbhaya? Do you ever think about these kind of incidents and ever feel guilty that your sense of entitlement is taking away the security from the आम आदमी जिससे आप वोट लेते हैं? अलीमुद्दीन खान, उस आम आदमी से आप छीनते हैं.
Navika ji, this is the perception created by you, which is voting for you in 89%. Now let me come to the point.
What is the perception, yeah, sir? What is the perception? Isn't it the truth? Isn't this the fact? What is the perception?
Navika ji, let me reply, please. You see, the security was given to Priyanka ji and her children and her husband. So, the house where
it was given to Maureen Vadra too.
Let me complete. Let your viewers know.
It was given to Maureen. No, how can
the country know the facts?
How can I allow you to continue when you are quoting misfacts? You are misquoting facts.
Navika ji,
you are misquoting facts, Mr. Alimuddin Khan.
Let me complete. No, this is
security. 6 people round the clock security was provided to Maureen Vadra because she was mother-in-law of Priyanka Gandhi.
No,
सास भी VIP है, सास भी कभी VIP थी.
No, please listen. The house S167 Friends Colony stands in name of Mrs. Maureen Vadra, where Priyanka Gandhi ji and her husband and her children visits almost every day in the morning and the evening. So wherever they visit, the security should be provided over there. That's why in Delhi police records, because house stands in name of Mrs. Maureen Vadra, that's why the police records is written Maureen Vadra. Maureen Vadra is not provided security by the government, and that's why there is no withdrawal notification.
Why are you misleading? Why are you misleading the viewers? You are misleading the viewers.
Please, this is the fact.
You are misleading.
Mr. Mishra.
आप गलत बोल रहे हो. आप गलत बोल रहे हो.
Country should know the fact. Country should know the fact.
This is the fact. The fact is
Robert Vadra, 3 years back he wrote to the government that withdraw your security. You don't need it.
No. No,
So today you have withdrawn the security.
You don't need. What do you mean by don't need?
Poonawala ji
You
rightly
put your
said,
own
where is the
security.
notification of the withdrawal? Because there is
Anyway,
no notification because no security was provided to Mrs. Maureen Vadra ji.
Preparations for paying back the country.
You must, Alimuddin Khan, you must commend us, you must compliment us that we give you the story even before the notification ink has dried. You want the notification is the least part of the problem, Mr. Alimuddin Khan. The problem is the entitlement, the problem is the VIP status.
Why Mrs. Maureen Vadra's name was there? Because the house registered in name of Mrs. Maureen Vadra.
She wanted a status symbol.
They have written in their
because she wanted a status symbol.
Actually, security was
because she wanted a status symbol.
Her children.
She wanted to show the citizens that I am getting security from the government, a status symbol at the cost of our money. We don't want to give. This has been exposed.
Government की तरफ से
status symbol नहीं चलेगा. Status symbol दिया.
Alimuddin Khan, Mr. Alimuddin Khan, आप कह रहे हैं, 1 minute, Mr. Bijon Mishra, let me make one point to Alimuddin Khan. Alimuddin Khan, Mr. Alimuddin Khan,
पूरा कागज दिखा दिया.
Mr. Alimuddin Khan, मैं एक सवाल पूछती हूँ.
हम लोग पूछेंगे.
Let me ask you one question, Mr. Alimuddin Khan. You are saying that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra goes to Ms. Maureen Vadra's house and therefore 6 people are provided as security. Now, if Ms. Priyanka Gandhi chooses to visit with her husband and children, 6 other relations, 10 other relations of hers, 10 other friends, तो 6 सबके घर में दे दीजिए, तो 60 लोग तो प्रियंका गांधी के friends and family को ही guard करते रहेंगे. What are you saying? You are making a case. You are making a case of that kind.
Any protected person visit any place. That place is sanitized.
No, this was 24/7.
It is
not for 24 hours. Not for 24 hours. You don't know your laws. You don't know your laws. Let's
goes to her.
So that just because she is the mother-in-law, what does it entitle her? Nalin Kohli, just because somebody is somebody's mother-in-law, Maureen Vadra is Priyanka Gandhi's mother-in-law. Should she get six police personnel round the clock?
Absolutely.
Should other relatives of Priyanka Gandhi, where her children visit, 10 other relatives, get 6 such protection police all the day long for 24/7 into 365 days?
I ask you.
You know, is he making a case for 60 police personnel to be deployed only for Priyanka and her children?
Who martyred? Prem Sagar soldier martyred. Home Minister visited his home. Sofas and ACs were installed for his.
Now, if we get over with the certification seeking the gratitude of the high-ups in the Congress party,
they don't have any answers.
Maybe I can make a point.
VIP culture. Talk about BJP VIP culture. A lady officer in Gorakhpur.
पैसे वापस कर दीजिए सर.
बीजेपी एमएलए.
I really need to come in, Navika. This is funny also. Yogi ji and there are so many self-goals by Mr. Alimuddin. It's really funny.
I'm getting callers who are extremely agitated. Nalin Kohli, before I come to you, let me take the first caller, Chitranjan, who is joining me from Kolkata. Ranjan, who is joining me from Kolkata. Ranjan, what do you think? Should Robert Vadra's mother, Priyanka Gandhi's mother-in-law, get security, or because the security is now being withdrawn, should she also repay 10.5 crores that she owes the Indian taxpayer, because that was the money spent on her for her security over the last 13 years?
I don't know how much time do I have, Navika. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Ranjan.
Navika, my name is Ranjan, and I don't know how much time do I have, 10 seconds or 15 seconds, but I want to ask one by one point. Tehseen Poonawala, somebody asked him on the 9th of May, saying that I make a call now, The call is going to straight to Maureen Vadra and ask whether there was security. He denied to take that call, and today he is saying that show me the notification that it has been withdrawn. So that means he's admitting that there was security on that day. So therefore, the Poonawala is absolutely a liar. Second point, very important, Mr. Alimuddin Khan said just now that why does Narendra Modi get the SPG cover when somebody asked, Rahul Shivshankar asked on the 8 o'clock show as to why, whether they should get it for their families. He pointed a finger at Narendra Modi, and he is now busy talking on the phone, getting the replies from somebody else who's going to tell him, and Poonawala is getting it from his WhatsApp messages. Now the question is, Alimuddin Khan says, why? Please understand, it's a constitutional responsibility of a country to guard their prime minister, the president, the vice president, everybody. Where is Maureen Vadra? Is she the prime minister or anybody? Bijon Mishra was absolutely right, because he said that it is nothing but a status symbol. Now I forget the name of the lady on
is he doing an analysis of the program, or does he have a comment?
She doesn't want to get into the Irani, I think. She doesn't want to get into the problem of pointing fingers at anybody, and we should get out of all the things that is coming on the of all the VIPs.
Yes, Mr. Ranjan, we are running out of time. I have another caller also. Mr. Ranjan, you made a fantastic point, and we welcome your views. Please go on to Twitter and vote on that. Should the Vadras pay back 10.5 crores to the country? Thank you, Mr. Ranjan, for joining us. I'm also joined by Surjit Singh, who is joining us from Gurugram. Surjit Singh, what do you think?
You see, I feel that Vadra should pay all the taxes. He is responsible. But our Prime Minister is forgetting one thing, that his own party people, SL Group, has owned 21 crore stamp duty awarded to Haryana state, and the Haryana government has waived off. And this man from BJP is involved in a scam of 3,000 crores. Why PM is appreciating SL Group?
Okay, valid question. Thank you, Mr. Surjit Singh, for giving your views. Nalin Kohli, you want to answer that? Straight question going on to the BJP.
Navika ji, I have submission. Navika ji, I have submission. You know, I have to go somewhere.
No, not at all. Stamp duty has been waived off. Maybe it was a charitable trust or something like that.
Sir, just when it's getting tough for you, why do you want to leave? Stay another 10 minutes, Alimuddin Khan.
I don't know. It could be. No, it could be. I mean, but I want to come on. Mr. Alimuddin Khan has made some interesting observations that are classic self-goals. He says that the VIP culture, the frisking thing, which was one story that broke out on Robert Vadra. There was a story on Priyanka Gandhi, without being a member of parliament, being provided a house in Lodi estate. At that time, security was taken to be the plea. That she requires security, so she needs that house in Lodi estate. Now the story is known that she has to visit New Friends Colony every day. So I mean, with all due respect, they could have simply had Maureen Vadra come and visit Priyanka Gandhi. By the same logic, if Maureen Vadra had to go shopping, does that mean that you will put a whole entourage of security because she had to buy maybe, potatoes or onions to eat golgappa somewhere? So I mean, you can't take this into the area of the ludicrous. Simply say there may have been a threat perception. Or somebody spoke to the
demanded by the
SPG, yaar, please, it's a request. Robert Vadra ji ki mother hai, tum khud hi samajhdar ho, de do unko security. Now, if it is so, we should know that. But you can't take all the benefits and give arguments against each other. First you say for security we need a separate house. Then you say frisking because it's security. Then you say let's extend it to others in the family.
Nalin ji, you know very well that that house was demanded by the SPG, not by Priyanka ji. SPG asked for the house, not Priyanka asked for house.
Exactly, that's the point I'm making. That's the exact point I'm making. You are again confused, Mr. Khan. I'm saying for security, she had to be given a house.
Suhail Seth wants to come in. Suhail Seth wants to come in. Before I get Bijon Mishra and Tehseen Poonawala. Tehseen Poonawala has been now wanting to answer for a long time. But let me go across to Suhail Seth first. Suhail Seth, should 10.5 crores be returned? These are individuals who are multi-millionaires. Simple question. Should the taxpayer be paid back?
I don't know. And frankly, that's a moral call that people who are involved must take. I want to point to a bigger malaise which I alluded to in my opening remarks, Navika. You will minimize, minusculize, and almost make the debate facetious if you make it about Maureen Vadra or someone from the BJP or the gentleman, as he said, from Calcutta. I think you've hit upon a very significant issue in India's journey forward. The issue is of entitlement, the issue is of benevolence, the issues of patronage. These are the three crippling issues that have plagued the India till now. To my mind, the current Prime Minister and his cabinet have taken a decision, whether it is about red lights, about VVIPism, that needs to be lauded. Everything that you, as a journalist, people like Nikunj, as responsible reporters do, must be in that context. It is not about who gets the VIP security. It's not about who needs to pay back. It's about, is the system willing to bend in order to crawl when asked to walk? Is the system so weak and insipid that it fails?
No, the system's not. The system is pretty resilient. The system has hit back. Suhail said the system has hit back. It's been brought to the notice of the citizens.
The fact, 1 minute. No, 1 minute. The system hasn't hit back. The media has forced the system to hit back. Delhi police, if it doesn't inform the Ministry of Home Affairs, who it technically reports through the LG, to my mind is symptomatic of a malaise that we must put to an end. So where am I in this?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Head should roll. Why was this kept away from the Home Ministry? Who in Delhi police did not inform? In fact, there were 3 police commissioners. There were 3 police commissioners in the last several years who allowed this to carry on. There was B.S. Bassi, there was Alok Verma, who's in a very, who are both in very important positions, and there is the present police chief. Who kept it away from the Ministry of Home Affairs is also a question that should be answered. I'm joined by KK Kapoor from Delhi, who's joining us on the phone line before I go across to Tehseen Poonawala. Well, that was the document that we showed on the 9th of May, Suhail said. We'll send you that document for you to peruse. It was very clear in that it hadn't been sent to the Home Ministry. But Mr. KK Kapoor, what do you think? Has Maureen Vadra's withdrawal of security become a symbol that all entitlements, as Suhail said points out, all entitlements, all VVIP cultures, all status symbols should be taken away from the VVIPs?
Waiting for car, sir.
I congratulate Times Now team for showing this committee to expose these people. Nehru family is there to block everybody. Priyanka Gandhi wants to get a house at a lesser rent at our cost. Her husband wants that her mother-in-law should get free security. What for we are paying for it? We may not have sufficient money left after paying taxes just to feed Nehru family or Vadra family, Priyanka Gandhi.
Well, that's the question.
Every money should be recovered.
Yes.
And every person should be jailed. Our money is there.
That's a lot of anger, Mr. KK Kapoor. Mr. Alimuddin Khan.
Most corrupt person. He should be crushed.
You see,
I'll answer your question.
Okay. Mr. KK Kapoor, that's a lot of anger. Yes, it makes every taxpayer angry when it's the taxpayers' money that is used.
Can I answer your question?
Yes, Tehseen Poonawala. Yes, Tehseen Poonawala.
Give me 1 minute. 1 minute. I completely agree
with what Suhail
said, and I'm going to now give you your argument. No, let me finish. Since you're saying the matter did not go to the Home Ministry, this is what you are saying. Hence, you're saying action must be taken against Bassi and Alok Verma. Bassi is the Information Commissioner, Alok Verma is the current CBI Director. Now, through you, I'm asking if they were indulging in illegal activities, why was Modi government promoting them? The fact
but you said she wasn't even getting security.
You have no notification.
But you said she wasn't even getting security.
Because there is no notification. Now you're defeated in your argument.
You said she wasn't even getting. If there was no security, where will the notification come from?
Because you're defeated in your argument. You're defeated in your argument.
Mr. Tehseen Poonawala, you said there was no security.
You will come up to me.
Now why do you want a notification?
Navika, Nikunj not only exposed the high-ups who are misusing. Nikunj exposed all those people who are trying to defend a system which is corrupt.
Why did you promote
the people who are defending are all defending what is not correct and without any proof, and they have been exposed. The liars have been exposed in the channel. All the liars have been exposed in the channel.
Do we have Tehseen Poonawala's soundbite? Let me just ask my director. Do we have Tehseen Poonawala's soundbite from May 9th? If we have, we can play it now.
One second. Before you play that, you say what you're saying is true. Why was Modi ji promoting these people? First, you answer that question. Just answer that question of mine. Why is
Modi ji doesn't have time to promote these people? They don't have time to promote all these people.
So what does Modi ji do?
They have better things to do. What does Modi ji do? They have got much better things to do.
What does Modi ji do? Only goes abroad.
He has got much better things to do. Not to protect liars and not to protect people who are misusing public money. You see, he's got much better things. The journalists are doing a great job.
Mr. Tehseen Poonawala,
the journalists have exposed and we have got the orders. We have got the orders.
Mr. Tehseen Poonawala,
the withdrawals have happened.
Mr. Tehseen Poonawala, when you have lost an argument in a debate, Mr. Tehseen, you lied, Mr.
It's a victory. We have withdrawn. Now show your influence.
Tehseen Poonawala, don't take this debate. 1 minute. Let me not allow.
The security has been withdrawn. Mr.
Tehseen Poonawala, 1 minute, gentlemen. No, Tehseen Poonawala, you will wait for me. I will not allow you to speak. Tehseen Poonawala, when you've lost a debate, show the grace of losing the debate in a courteous manner. Do not raise questions that are not related to the present debate. Do not raise questions that are related to another debate on another day. But Tehseen Poonawala, this is not a debate about Alok Verma. This is a debate about Maureen Vadra and her security and a sense of entitlement being withdrawn. You were caught lying on that entire issue.
I am telling you, why did he promote Bassi? Why did he promote Bassi? Why did he promote Alok Verma?
Don't divert the issue. Don't divert the issue, Tehseen Poonawala. Don't divert the debate, Tehseen Poonawala. Look at those numbers. Look at those numbers on the screen. The screen says 90% of the people say. The document we make, the notification we make.
On my side.
That must be your Twitter poll privately with only your friends and the Vadras responding to it. Yeah. All right. Times Now has a slightly wider base than yours. 100%. Okay, Tehseen Poonawala. Okay. On that note, 90% of the people, ladies and gentlemen, believe that Can you please put down the volume of Mr. Tehseen Poonawala, because he clearly is demonstrating to the country that he has absolutely no courtesies, no time that he will actually admit with grace that he's lost an argument. He's lost an argument. Let's take a yes and no count from all our panelists. Has Tehseen Poonawala lost the argument, Ravina Rajkoli?
I think anybody who's trying to drag this into, the political battlefield, when the question is much more about the morality behind this whole decision.
That's right.
Is going to lose the argument. The public is not interested in politics. The public is interested in an answer on moral grounds. Anybody caught
absolutely, absolutely. You said it. You said it, Ravina Rajkoli. That's what public is interested in. And today, 90% of our viewers do feel that the Vadras, since they have so much money and so much of entitlement and such a lot of status at their disposal, they should pay back the 10.5 crores that they took from the taxpayers of this country. On that note, I'd like to thank all my panelists for joining me here on Vadra Power Cut. It's been